Hello, students. This is Professor Wooten. Welcome to my video on primary and secondary research, and particularly your primary research assignment for your research argument paper. Pardon me. I know that there is an assignment sheet for this, but I wanted to give a little more specific details. For your researched argument paper, you're required to do some primary research, which means research you create yourself. That can be in the form of an interview or a survey. Other primary research includes observations and experiments, but since, first of all, you're not experts in the field, so observation would not be appropriate. And we don't really have time for experiments in this class. That leaves you with interviews and surveys. If you choose to do an interview, I want you to prepare 5 questions that are going to help you support your claims in your thesis statement. So keep your questions directly related to the claims in your thesis statement and what information your interviewee can offer in regards to that claim or those claims. Once you have written those questions, you need to choose an expert in the field. That could be a professor at the university. It could be someone you know. It could be a relative who is an expert in the field you want to write on. Excuse me. If worst comes to worst and you can't really think of anyone, email me and I'll either refer you to someone, or if it's something I have expertise in, I'll do it myself. Okay? There are 3 ways to do the interviews. One is your traditional face-to-face interview, but most people don't have time for those these days. So I recommend either a telephone interview or an email interview. Now, a telephone interview is going to get you more detailed information, but it could also be overwhelming as you're trying to take notes during the conversation, unless you record it, which I highly recommend. Or you can do the email interview where you simply send the questions to the person and they answer them and send them back to you at their convenience. The great thing about an email interview is that if you want to quote your expert, all you have to do is copy and paste it from their responses. Makes it a little easier. I recommend email interviews just for that convenience. Okay. When you do the primary research project, what you're doing is you're giving me very specific information about your subject, whoever it is you're interviewing, their credentials, where they go to school, how long have they worked in their field, have they published, what makes them an expert, why should we believe them? Okay. I'm also going to want a list of your questions. I do not need a transcript. All right. So you don't need to worry about that. But I do want to know how you're going to use the information, what maybe you didn't get out of it that you needed. So you might have to conduct a second interview. Those are the kind of things I'm looking for. Now, if you choose to do a survey, I highly recommend surveymonkey.com, and I put that on your assignment sheet. You get up to 10 questions for free, and you can ask any type of question. You can do true or false, multiple choice, open-ended answer, anything you want. And then the great thing about it is they compile all your data for you. So once the survey is complete, all you have to do is download your results. Fabulous. And it's free. You have to sign up with an email, but that's it. You don't have to pay for it. Now, if you want to do a larger survey or you want specific data visualization or result configurations, you have to have a subscription. But for our purposes for this course and for future courses, the 10 question free survey is more than adequate. Once you finish writing in your questions and you're ready to go, it will give you, SurveyMonkey will give you a link for your survey. And what you do at that point is copy and paste that into your social media and ask as many people as possible to take 5 minutes to answer your questions. Surveys are great for getting kind of public feedback, and it is assumed that the people who answer your survey are not necessarily going to be experts in their fields. So you don't need to worry about that. But do ask some demographic questions like education level, high school grad, some college, college degree. That's all you really need. Age, and always give them the option to not answer. Same with the education. And then anything that might be specific to the survey, like if it's about children, how many kids do you have? If it's about girls specifically, do you have daughters or do you have sons? Those kind of things. That helps you kind of break up the results by age, gender, or any other kind of designation or category you might need. Okay. For the primary research assignment, for the survey, what I want you to include is a list of questions. I need you to tell me what you hope to gain from these answers in support of your claims, when you ran it, the citation for it, and anything that you got out of it that was maybe a little surprising. Okay, you only have a week to do these. So I very strongly urge you to get started right away. Write your questions on Monday, and then try to find, if you're doing an interview, try to locate someone that day and ask them if they can just do an email interview or a phone interview that week. And then for the survey, once you get it written, just pop that up on your social media and say, I need as many responses to this by Saturday or whatever. What's a good number of responses for a survey? 50 is really, really good. I have seen students who have multiple social media platforms complete a survey and have hundreds of responses. I've had people who don't have a lot of social media and they get 20 or 30 responses. Anything above 10 is fine. Okay. Not a lot of people rely on social media heavily. I do not. So for me, doing a survey would be kind of problematic. But it's certainly, both of these are certainly great ways to get information that can support the claims of your thesis. So if you have any questions beyond that, let me know via email. And I hope you have great luck finding people to do your interviews. And please, 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 please make sure they are credentialed and experts in their field. Otherwise, it's not going to count. And then the due date for that will be posted on D2L. Thanks so much, guys. And let me know if you have questions. This is Professor Wooten. Take care.